Because y'all saw the message. Do y'all want to hear it one more time? Okay, we do it one more time. I think y'all see it, yeah.
Y'all, my damn jaw was on the floor. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like...
Okay, so we're going to go one more time to the text message, and let's look at the message that came Sunday. Thinking it's coleslaw phone. Hey. Now, mind you, I got a text, hey, in August. Sorry, hey. Girl, my jaw is on the floor from last night's episode. Okay, do y'all want to hear it one more time? Or no?
For months, the tension had been building quietly, like something waiting to explode beneath the surface. There were no loud fights or dramatic scenes at the start, just distance, silence, and a growing feeling that something wasn't right. Fans picked up on it before anything was said out loud. The smiles didn't feel genuine, the energy between them seemed different, and the natural bond that once existed between Stormi Steele and Shari slowly began to fade. Then, the moment everyone had been expecting finally came. When Stormi and Melody stood face to face, there was no more hiding behind posts or carefully chosen words. No filters, no captions, just two women confronting each other with months of hurt, confusion, and things left unsaid. This wasn't just another reality TV moment. It was real, it was personal, and it carried real emotions. And by the time that conversation was over, it was clear that things between them would never be the same again. But to truly understand how everything reached this point, you have to go back to where it all started.
Message right here that came to the phone, and notice it said, hey. Can y'all see it? Yeah. Hey. No comma in between, because grammatically, it should have been a hey, comma, hey. But anyway, that's another day for another story. Can't teach y'all all that at one time. Girl, my jaw they meant is on the floor from last night's episode. But I'm so glad Destiny called her out. And so who are they trying to text? Remember, this is a person thinking they're texting my ex's baby's mother. That's who they think they're texting. Are we clear on that? Because there's been a lot of stuff that I've been seeing that's just inaccurate. They thought they were, so it's someone who's friends with my ex's mother. I mean, my ex's baby mama, not his mama. My ex's baby mama, my ex's parent. That's who it is, okay?
Back to a time when Stormi and Melody were not just cast members on a show, but women who genuinely seemed to support each other. When Stormi Steele first came into the spotlight, she wasn't focused on competing with anyone. She carried herself with a quiet confidence, the kind that doesn't need attention to stand out. She had already built her own path, with a successful brand, a growing reputation, and a life that wasn't dependent on reality TV. Shari, on the other hand, had already gone through her own struggles. She had faced heartbreak in the public eye, slowly rebuilt her image, and learned from experience that not everyone who stands beside you truly has your best interests at heart.
This is public. This was something recorded on a public platform. So it's publicly been put out there. I'm sure it has been all over YouTube. So this is not no private of anything. So I'm going to share it with y'all. And to the person who sent me this, thank you. Because like I shared with y'all, I was still hoping no, this cannot be true. But then after, it is what it is. And it's all good. Even with it, it's still all good. Fuck you. I don't rock with you anyway. And it's okay. It's okay. And I thank God for the revelation. I thank God that I didn't even know why I started to pull back. But obviously God knew why I needed to start pulling back. Because that's what people forget too. God sees your heart. So he already knows what your heart on.
So when Stormi became part of Melody's circle, it felt different. It felt comfortable, genuine, at least from the outside. Their connection didn't seem forced or fake like some friendships on reality shows. It looked natural. They shared laughs, supported one another, and carried themselves like two women who truly understood the pressure of being in the public eye, constantly watched, judged, and discussed. People enjoyed seeing them together because it felt real. In a space where tension and changing alliances were common, Stormi and Melody stood out as something solid and authentic. But the truth about real connections is that they hurt the most when they begin to fall apart. At first, the changes were small, easy to overlook. A late reply here, a missed call there, a slight shift in tone that most people might ignore. But when you're truly close to someone, you notice even the smallest differences. And Stormi began to feel that Melody wasn't as present as she used to be.
Now, what would you do if Sonny called you a bitch?
That word don't bother me.
Oh, that's...
I was like, yeah, that was up.
Their conversations became shorter, and the energy between them started to feel distant. No matter how much Stormi tried to ignore it, something just didn't feel right. On the other side, Melody was also feeling a shift. She couldn't clearly explain it at first. It wasn't anything Stormi directly said, but more of a change in vibe, a sense that things weren't as genuine as they used to be. And for someone who had already experienced betrayal, that feeling alone was enough for Melody to pull back. The problem was, neither of them spoke about it openly, and that's where things began to fall apart. Instead of communicating, they created distance. Instead of clearing things up, they allowed their thoughts to grow in silence. And then social media made things even worse. Once fans started noticing the tension, they didn't just watch. They analyzed everything. They compared, they assumed, and they created their own stories. Every little detail became something bigger. If Melody posted about loyalty, people saw it as a message. If Stormi shared something about fake friends, it immediately turned into speculation. The internet began connecting dots, whether they were real or not. And once that kind of conversation starts, it doesn't slow down. What may have started as a simple misunderstanding slowly turned into something much bigger.
I'm glad we got a chance to catch up.
I know, because our last term was not, I didn't think it was what I wanted to be.
The last time we met?
Yeah. Okay, so after the trip, I didn't say bye because I was like, I want to go say bye to her, but I couldn't say bye to her because I'm like, ugh. People just made it so awkward. And I was just still frustrated and pissed off and angry and all of the above. I just think it was made awkward and it pissed me off. So I'm like,
Well, you have to make it awkward.
Then came the moment that changed everything. A post, a message, something that didn't say much directly but felt personal enough to hit a nerve. Melody saw it and felt like it wasn't random. Stormi saw the reactions and felt caught off guard. All of a sudden, they found themselves on opposite sides of a situation neither of them fully understood, but both felt deeply. And instead of talking things out privately, the silence continued. But the truth is, silence doesn't protect a relationship, it slowly breaks it down. By the time they finally agreed to meet face-to-face, there was already too much emotion built up between them. The setting itself was simple, nothing dramatic, but the energy was heavy from the moment they walked into the same space. There were no hugs, no smiles, just two people looking at each other, trying to understand how things fell apart. Melody spoke first. Her voice was calm but firm. She said she needed to understand what had changed. Stormi didn't respond right away. You could tell she was processing everything. Then she admitted she had been wondering the same thing. At first, the conversation stayed controlled. They chose their words carefully, trying not to let emotions take over. But as they kept talking, it became harder to hold back. Melody shared how she felt the distance, how things didn't feel as genuine anymore, and how she started questioning the friendship. Stormi listened, but her frustration started to show. She questioned why Melody didn't just come to her directly instead of pulling away and letting things build up. Melody paused, and for a moment it seemed like she might soften, but instead she explained that her past experiences made it hard for her to trust easily. She said she was trying to protect herself. That moment carried a lot of weight, because it wasn't just about Stormi, it was about everything Melody had gone through before. Stormi, clearly hurt, responded by saying she wasn't those people from Melody's past and that it wasn't fair to treat her the same way. The room went quiet. That was the point where things truly shifted. It was no longer just about confusion. It was about trust, or the lack of it.